Cowabunga! Fire! Hang on. Attack!
I'm really sorry about that. That's incredibly frustrating. I switched scene collections and it defaulted my mic out. I'm really sorry, everybody. I'm gonna start over. Not my favorite way to do that. Just remember, OBS will sabotage you and does not have a soul about it otherwise. Anyway, let's try it again. We're gonna be doing this on the Oceania version, I believe, which had an Australian release. As mentioned before, this is a game I've run a number of times in RGL events, and will continue to do so. It's a classic, everybody knows it. And I'm very glad we're getting to start off the TMNT block with one of the better known games in the franchise. And continuing our 1cc tradition, I did also mention that I have 1cc this with both Mike and Leo, but they're not marathon safe, so we're sticking with Donnie because he's the best way to showcase the game. Fling you over here. Fling you over here. Stage 1's pretty short. Go through foot soldiers, do your special attack in case they do a throw. You get setups. It's fun. For Rocksteady, we have a quick kill. Sort of. I don't know who it was that found that the dive kick stun lock. I think it might have been Stormcrow, but it's A+ for sure. I was very glad to incorporate it into the run when I found out about it. Tag. Not how I wanted that to go, but okay. Oh, a little bit too early. Okay, so stage 2 is where things can start getting really, really dumb. Particularly in the realm of enemy behavior. It's a wide open stage, and there's actually something that I learned from Sewer Bushido not long ago about this game. This game increases the rank every 2 minutes you don't die. So essentially you're punished if you don't speedrun this game, which is a really cruel thing to do, in my opinion. Wow, thanks. We're not even at 2 minutes yet. Getting there, though. Speaking of Sewer Bushido rediscovered this skip some number of years back. I think it was 2019 when it was first showcased to me. Turned this into a degenerate speed game overnight. Get to just warp our way through the building. This skips like 3 waves of enemies, so absolutely worth doing for time conservation purposes. Oh wow, immediate iframes, thanks. Thanks for the RNG. That was a jerk move, Bebop, not gonna lie. And the rest of the stage is glitched out. That was rude. It's so rare to see iframes at the very start. Okay, so we're still in good rank. If you're too far behind in time, you'll get 3 enemies that spawn out of the ground there instead of 2. Much harder to deal with. So onto the sewer. This is the first example of health transferring over between stages. Like, we don't actually get a health refill between stages here. You only get that at the start of a scene, which is the start of stage 1, 2, 5, and I'm trying to do a count here. 1, 2, 5, 7, 8, I guess. So not every stage. This is the only segment of the game that has 3 different rooms. So even more health conservation. Pretty easy stuff here, just taking care of mousers. There's actually a strat in this stage as well called Magic Pixel, which I'll be showcasing for the boss. This is a ninja game. Here's a wall jump. I think I mentioned this during Mute, but I'm also very happy I'm getting to open TMNT block with this. We've got some great runs coming up. Anyway, this is Magic Pixel. While we're here, enemies can't approach us because they can't see us, which is great for fending off Mousers because we can just chill here and do 8 of these, and Baxter's gone.
Come and get 'em, yell brain.
Clean victory. Up out of the grate. I also don't feel like I get to say this enough, but Shredder's laugh in this game is one of my favorite things in the game. That was rude. Strong whiff punish, but still rude. Okay, so I'm actually gonna take a hit here from the barrel. Some people have got me on me in the past of not doing attempting like a true 1cc of this game, which means dying as little as possible. I actually prefer the speedrun of this game. The 1cc speedrun, that is. Which does mandate taking a death in this stage if you're trying to have a good time, which is like a sub 20. This game is about twice as long if you're going for deathless runs, because mentioned before of how the rank works. This game just throws endless enemies at you if you haven't taken a death. So here we have the Moron Twins. I'm gonna see if I can get a quick kill here. That's really bad. Not common either. Okay, I have some work to do. Yeah, this is unfortunate. I'm gonna let them do this. I gotta let them get out of the way. Ugh. Okay, so problem 1 down. Jerk. Rocksteady's annoying. He has so much invincibility for a stage 1 boss. So anyway, yeah, there's a quick kill you can do there where you knock them both to the right side and just group them together for a 4-cycle fight. But I got really unlucky with the positioning and they parted ways when I did the last special attack of the first cycle. That's not common, but it happens sometimes. Either way, still got the deathless fight I wanted. We're still on 1cc pace. That fight's really scary if you actually don't get the quick kill. Or at least like some semblance of it. 1 cycle is definitely never good enough. Okay, onto the highway. Got this guy coming in. I'm gonna let him get run over by this car. Kill these 2. Positioning there very important. You don't want to get hit by a motorcycle. Hit this bozo. I wouldn't even go so far as to call the kick unreactable. It's completely invincible. Like, you cannot challenge it. Anyway, move up. Let these guys get run over. There we go. Hopefully I'm on good rank. Let's see how many enemies I get. We can get as few as 4. But there's others that might spawn, and they're being very defensive, so we might be in for a bad time here. Okay, so we've got at least 1 more that came in, I think. No, actually, no, it got glitched out. Also, shoutouts to the car sprite glitch on the left side. And now it's gone. Okay, so I've showcased this clip a number of times. You can hang out on the top pixel and it's completely safe for machine gun fire. This does not exist in the Japanese version of the game, so player warning. I think that's actually the version that's available on Fightcade as well, so if you're ever playing with your friends on Fightcade, this probably isn't gonna work. I really want this thing to go away. I don't mind having to deal with helicopters. I don't want to deal with both helicopters and basic enemies. So what I'm looking for is to get rid of these helicopters and make sure a basic enemy spawns. Very good. Okay. So this being an auto-scroller with a super banging track it's on a fixed timer, as most auto-scrollers tend to be. So my goal from here is just to wait out 3 cycles of the song, and then I'm just gonna kill the enemies. If I start just killing them by sequence, like I could be doing right now, you're just gonna make it harder on yourself, because then you have other enemies you have to deal with that you don't want to see, like helicopters that drop bombs. Those things are miserable. So I'm gonna play it a little bit safe here. I'm still trying to remember how I found out the Japanese version doesn't carry over that invincibility glitch. I think it was when I tried playing this game in RetroArch. The only 2-player version compatible was the Japanese version, and it didn't activate. I was like, well, that's not good. Haven't cleared that version in case for those of you who are aware or curious. Okay, so they're being kind of awful. Anyway, that was supposed to end a lot earlier, but they decided to play frisky. Anyway, yeah, we just let those enemies grind out until after the third cycle of the theme. Kill them all and we move on. Yeah, the the design aspects of this game are certainly something. They're not here to be player advantageous. I know it's pretty common and consistent to say that about arcade games in general, but this game, like, Konami did weird things with this game that it probably didn't really need to do. That's not good. Spear guys are the most difficult foot soldiers by far. They have excellent range and they can just throw the spear at you for 3 damage. When your max health is 10, 3 damage is a lot. Also magic pixel, as you can see. We're on the very, very bottom here. Very good. Clear these enemies as they come in. Okay. So this part's a little scary. I'm gonna trap those guys behind that barrel so they can't get to me. Kill these 2. Wait out this cutscene. Module's gonna pop open. We're gonna have a bunch of drones to fight, 7 to be exact. I'm gonna see how many I can kill at once. 4 is not bad. I've killed all 7 before. They gave me a really, really good setup there, though. I'm not sure I deserved that. Okay, so Rodney's here. We're just gonna do dive kicks. Dive kicks are very good against these enemies. It only takes 2 and they're safe. Oh my gosh, this is the second day in a row I've gotten 2 runners. Really, really bad luck. So at the end of this stage, before I start talking about the boss, there's a random chance that at least 1 yellow foot soldier will just run in on screen and chase you all the way to the boss room. It doesn't happen a lot. Yesterday, I think, was the second time I've ever seen 2 run in, just because the game decided to be a douche. And that happened again today, so clearly we're a little bit cursed this weekend. Anyway, they're taken care of. This is Granitor. Granitor is really easy unless you're trying to do the speed strat. Speed strat is something like having him just chase you horizontally and getting your hits. I'll see if I can showcase it again. Yeah, he has iframes galore. Like, doing something like this is definitely the fastest way to go about the fight, but it's also got a lack of safety to it. The easier strategy is to have him chase you so you can hit him. Donnie has really good vertical range on his normal attacks, so he can't really beat this if your timing's good. Also, since this is still a ninja game, here's a wall jump. So we rescued Splinter. We get this really bright yellow screen for reasons. And on to our last stage. So we have the Technodrome. I didn't talk enough about the last stage, the factory. I actually think that the factory is the hardest stage in the 1cc. That's just personal opinion. Technodrome obviously has its quirks. It's the last stage, so it throws a bunch of trash at you, like it's supposed to. But I don't know. I think I've lost more runs to the factory than I have to the Technodrome. This stage has some interesting structure to it. Like 4 or 5 roadkill Rodneys at a time is never going to be an issue because you can just do this. Also, for those who like little exploits, you can go to the top here, jump this ice ray, jump another one, jump the rope, and you're at the elevator. That was strange. I've never had that not trigger right away. Timing on jumping those ice rays is crucial, of course, but it's certainly doable. It's not hard once you've done it a couple times. And you'll have to jump the top 2 of them. Just go to top pixel and you're usually good to go. All right, I'm gonna hold the right. Take care of some of these enemies as they come in. Yeah, I figured the hit there. Didn't want to get frame trapped, but okay. Let these guys spawn. Do this, do this, do this. Okay. Somebody get in place for a hit, please. Thank you. Okay, I didn't know any of these guys were left, but okay. No, you do not get to hit me. This could be a problem. I'm used to like 1 or 2 of them being defensive, but there, everybody got out of dodge. This is basically the hit squad of this game. Okay, this is bad. As mentioned before, they can kill you just by throwing a spear at you if you're at 3, so I wanted to avoid that as best I could. On to our final boss rush. All new bosses, mind you. Here we have Trag. Trag is just easier Granitor. He's a lot more relaxed. He doesn't quite go as aggressive. His hurt box is wider. I didn't want that to happen because I didn't want to collect pizza yet, but okay, we'll switch to this. He's a lot faster in chasing you too, which I actually like. Makes a speed run of it actually a lot more acceptable. Whereas Granitor just lumbers around like a tree with shoulders. Oof, good timing there. Downside of doing stuff like this is Donnie's normal attack is the slowest in the game. So your timing has to be a bit more precise than if you're doing it with someone like Leo, but still worth learning. Okay, final two. So here's Krang, the big bad brain, doing big bad things. Krang, I mean, the first number of decades where I knew this boss's existence, he was arguably the most threatening thing in the game, but it turns out with Donatello, you can just space him out perfectly with these attacks and he can't do anything. Of note, after you hit him, he does have some iframes where you can't hit him immediately again. Which is why I'm doing the thing where I'm shimming, just moving away and coming back in for another hit. That's bad. Gives him time for his iframes to wear off. Like so. It does take a lot of hits, admittedly. But this is also one of the few fights in the game where no matter what attack you're hitting him with, whether it's this, whether it's this, whether it's this, they all do the same damage. So you're better off just doing the safest thing possible and just kiting him in. So here we have Shredder. Shredder is interesting. He has a really cool exploit that I love being able to show off whenever I get to play this game. See if we can do it here. So I'm gonna get the hard pad, or no, I got the easy one. Okay, cool. This is great. Okay, so once the helmet is off, even if it's the clone, which that one very much is, he doesn't have the ability to do the mutagen ray anymore, and I apologize for the loud sound. With that in mind, since he can't do that anymore, if we just exploit him over to the wall like we've done now, he's not going to be able to approach us, and we can turn this into a 1v1 fight. From here, we're just playing a spacing battle. Shredder does have good defense. He can duck. As you can see, he only ducks on reaction in that if he's lined up with you, he'll duck if he's, well, generally doesn't do it if he's like trying to realign himself vertically, but I guess he just did it 3 times in a row there, so thanks for that. Yeah, this just becomes just kind of an endurance test. Donnie is the only character that can space him out perfectly with his basic attack like this. With Leo or Mike, you have to use the special or else you can't get proper range on him, which is a lot more dangerous fight, and it's a big part of whether or not Marathon's safe. Man, Shredder just input reading today. So it's gonna take a little bit longer than I wanted just because he's being himself. Hit, hit, hit. Hit again. You only get cycles of 3 hits before he bounces back, and the mutagen ray is on a timer. I don't really time it out myself. It's just one of those things I kind of just feel out. It's kind of one of those things like where most of the time I know he's gonna do it just because I know it's been like, you know, ever so long since then. But all the same, he can't do it while he's in the middle of something else, so he can like store the input for it. Gonna keep hitting. I could be doing special attack for more damage, but it's really, really unsafe to do so, and I'd rather just try to go for the survival rate. Wow. I don't normally see this many crouches from Shredder. He's really on his nuts today. Come here. Truly the best ninja. Wish I could duck in this game. Okay, there we go. Now that he's down to this, it's just going to be a sword brawl. I keep hitting him. There we go. Walk to the left for no reason, just speed strats. And Technodrome appearing is time. Good enough run. Sucks I missed the Bebop and Rocksteady quick kill, but just bad placement. This game's really random a lot of the time, so. Anyway, good 1cc. Definitely better than my practice run yesterday. That one came down to last hit, last life because I had one of the worst hit squads of my life. That said, thanks so much everybody for the GGs. Get the cool vaporized and milkshake ending, and they also misspelled dimension. But that's okay, because everyone still loves this game. Staff roll music is very underrated. Like, I wish this got talked about more in terms of like good themes of this game. Go ahead and sign on the dotted line while I'm here. There we go. All right, everyone, thanks so much for hanging out for our awesome arcade block. Continuing with TMNT, we've got Anthole and Kavik coming up with the TMNT randomizer, and those runs are always fun to watch. Getting random damage values in TMNT NES is truly something, in addition to everything else it throws at you. Anyway, we'll go ahead and get them on deck, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Have a great rest of the marathon. I'll see you later.